Begin by carefully removing the outer packaging of the tool cabinet. Once unpacked, check to ensure that all parts are intact and undamaged. Prepare the necessary tools before moving on to the installation. 2. Install the screen. Unpack the screen bracket. First, take out the screen bracket from its packaging. Untie the securing knot holding it in place. Note, the bracket will spring open once untied, so be sure to maintain a safe distance to avoid injury. 2.2. Install the bracket. Using a 5mm hex key, remove the screws located on the side of the cabinet. Then attach the bracket to the cabinet and tighten the screws to ensure it is stable and secure. Next, adjust the bracket angle to a higher position for safety. Note, lowering the bracket could cause it to spring up unexpectedly during installation, potentially causing injury. 2.4. Install the screen. Note, make sure the screen is oriented correctly. Do not install it upside down. Remove the 2 lower screws from the bracket and loosen the upper screws halfway. Align the bracket with the upper screws, place the screen on the bracket, and tighten the screws securely to hold the screen in place. (2.5) Connect the cables. Take out the cables from the side of the cabinet. There are 6 cables in total. The first 4 are serial cables, while the remaining 2 are power and network cables. Insert the 4 serial cables on the left in order from 1 to 4 and tighten the knobs on both sides to secure the connection. Retrieve the 2 antennas labelled Wi-Fi and 4G from the packaging. Insert them into their corresponding ports on the back of the screen and tighten them securely. 2.7 Connect the power and network cables. Next, insert the power cable and network cable into their respective ports. Ensure the connections are secure before proceeding. 2.8 Adjust the arm tension. If the arm supporting the screen is sagging, it means the tension is too loose. To adjust this, turn the knob counterclockwise to increase the tension and clockwise to reduce it. You can also adjust the tension at the connection between the screen and the bracket to prevent the screen from sagging under its own weight. 3. Cable management. Slide the cover on the bracket to the left to remove it. Organize the cables according to the screen's range of motion. If the cables are too long, you can tuck excess cable inside the cabinet. However, avoid pulling them too tight to prevent loosening. If the cables are still messy, use zip ties to keep them neat and orderly. 4. Open the cabinet doors and retrieve items. Begin by opening the door at the back of the cabinet. On the far left, each layer of the cabinet has a lever. Push the lever up and down twice to open the corresponding front cabinet door. Inside the top right compartment, you will find the key to open the top cabinet door, along with the main power cable and other necessary items. Push the first lever up and down to open the top right compartment and retrieve these items. Now, use the key to unlock the top cabinet door. Inside, you will see a row of levers. Pull the levers up and down with force to open the corresponding row of cabinet doors. Note, in case of a power outage, this method can be used to open the cabinet doors in an emergency. 5. Install the monitor. 5.1 Unpack the monitor. Unscrew the screws located on the top of the cabinet. Pass the network cable through the hole in the top, then position the monitor in place. Add washers to the screws before tightening them securely to complete the monitor installation. Six, connect the monitor's network cable. Inside the top of the cabinet, you will find a hole. Pass the monitor's network cable through this hole to the back of the cabinet. Insert the network cable into the first port. Organize the cables neatly and use zip ties if necessary to keep everything tidy. 7. Connect the main power. Finally, take out the main power cable and plug it into the power port. Note, for safety, it is recommended to connect the ground wire. Once the installation is complete, close the cabinet doors securely.